Welcome to Mudhamaki Online School of Religion, MOS. We're going to discuss about the serpent of Genesis. Who is this serpent who came into the garden of God, into paradise, and deceived Eve, who deceived Adam, who fell and made basically the whole of humankind fall from grace? The word serpent in Hebrew is nahash, meaning the snake. The snake pours out poison from the mouth, which does what? The poison of the snake burns. The nahash burns. What else in heaven burns? In heaven, we have the seraphim. In all the choirs of angels, only the seraphim burn. They are called, in fact, in Hebrew, the burning ones. The word seraphim in Hebrew is saraf, meaning burning ones. So here we have a snake that burns, and we have the seraph that burn. That is the Old Testament. In the New Testament, Jesus tells us in the Gospels that the devil is not only a liar, but he is the father of lies. He was a liar and a murderer from the beginning. Jesus also tells us in the book of Revelation, when John of Patmos writes his revelation in the Greek island of Patmos, that the serpent who turned into a dragon was thrown out of heaven. He was an ancient serpent, and he's also called the devil. So, who is this serpent from Genesis, who transformed into a dragon and again into a serpent in the book of Revelation and caused war in heaven and was defeated and thrown out? And he will try to do that again in the near future. And again, he will be defeated just like the beginning and thrown out again. Who is this serpent that is still in the book of Genesis in the beginning and in the end still fighting God and basically fighting humanity? That ancient serpent who in Revelation is called the devil. Is there somebody in heaven who was both a seraph and who also burnt? Yes. There's only one candidate for that job. The archangel Lucifer. The archangel Lucifer was one of God's most favorite angels. Everybody has a favorite. And clearly for God, it seemed to be, amongst others, Lucifer. Lucifer means the light bearer. You see? Light. Burning. Light. And it is said that he was so beautiful that he was basically the choir master in heaven. The work of the seraphim is to sing, "Holy, holy, holy, holy God. The whole earth is full of your glory." Every day, every time, before God. The cherubim are basically below, around God's throne. The seraphim round about God's throne. Again, in the book of Isaiah, you can see a certain angel who said that I will take my throne above that of the Most High. Why above? Because the angel was apparently a seraph, and the work of the seraph is to go around God's throne, declaring, "Holy, holy, holy, holy. The earth is full of your glory." So, the seraph who came into and disguised himself and got into and possessed the snake, as we have seen the devil possessing people in the New Testament, as a demon that is. So he possessed the snake, transformed himself into an angel of light, just like Jesus said, and entered the kingdom of paradise exactly the same time when the angels were going up to worship God. He came into the garden, transformed into an angel of light, possessed the snake, used the snake to approach Eve. And why Eve? The devil fears the word of God. And that's why we started this YouTube channel. We want people to know for sure the word of God. When Jesus was tempted in the desert for 40 days, his only defense, and he was half God and half man, his only defense against the devil was the word of God. So, according to my own research, the Nahash tempted Eve because Eve didn't hear the word of God from source. Look at our previous videos, especially on Adam and Eve. Eve never talked to God. God always spoke to Adam, and Adam brought the news to Eve. So Eve was what we call in statistics a secondary source of information. All that she had was reports. She never spoke to God directly. She never had the word directly from God. In the New Testament, we know that the word of God is who? Jesus Christ. So you have to know the word because that is your defense. So the Nahash knew that Eve was defenseless. She didn't know the word. And if you read the story, did God say that you should not eat of this fruit? That person is trying to evaluate whether you actually know, in reverse psychology, what God said. And when Eve repeated, the Nahash twisted Eve's words. So who is this Nahash? Who was a seraphim? Who came into the garden, transformed into an angel of light, and who is a liar, a murderer, and a deceiver of humankind? And there's only one person. The serpent of Genesis was none other than the devil, the fallen archangel Lucifer, head of the seraphim, a cherub, and the head of the choir in heaven. Ladies and gentlemen, don't bog yourself down because the serpent fought Eve. The serpent fought Eve because Eve did not have the word. If you don't have the word, you should actually bog yourself down because this is the opportunity that you have to know the word. Let us make an effort to actually know the word so that when the Nahash comes to you, you will have the word to defend yourself with. As regards Eve, many people, especially in Judaism, wake up in the morning and say the Shaharit, which is said by all men in the morning. They say that, thank you God, I am not a Gentile, I am not a dog, and I am not a woman. Imagine, yes, the Shaharit, the morning prayer of the Jews. Every man says that every day. However, in the New Testament, we shall see that one person will come and liberate Eve and all the women who look like Eve, Jesus Christ. And when he does that, again, it will be the woman who will discover Jesus resurrected as the first person. Who was this woman? Mary Magdalene. So, I want to liberate all women. Why? Sin came into the world, yes, first through a woman, and then Adam. But again, resurrection came into the world first through a woman. Mary, who gave birth to Jesus, and Mary Magdalene, who first saw the risen Christ. And resurrection of Christ is the message of Christianity. Without the resurrection, there is no Christianity. For today, the serpent of Genesis was Archangel Lucifer. Don't let him deceive you. I'd like to thank all our subscribers, especially our new subscribers. Welcome home. This is Mbugua Online School of Religion. We discuss religion, specifically biblical exegesis and hermeneutics. That is a fancy word for interpreting the Bible into simpler language because we want people to have the information and to understand. Because as we have seen in our video today, we are discussing about the serpent of Genesis. He approached Eve because Eve didn't hear the information from the source of God's mouth. So we want you to have the information. Thank you so much for your time. We don't take you for granted. Come again next time. But this is Mbugua Online School of Religion, and I have been yours, Mr. Mbugua. Thank you.